Hey everybody, in this video what we're going to do is continue looking at OSPF on the routers and on the Cisco ASA. So let me just show you, show run, include route. So what I did was I removed all the static routes except for these. This is 10160 and 10170. Those are being used on a VPN, so that's why they're there. But there's no default route here defined, no static default route at all defined in here. All right. So if we do a trace route to 8.8.8.8, let's try that. Let's see what it looks like. It's going to hit 65.10.10.2 and then go out to the internet. Let's do the same thing on core switch to trace route 8.8.8.8. So you can see the difference here. It's actually going over to this core switch 1 over one of these, over the 255, this OSPF. I think that was E147. Well, let's see what it looks like over here. Trace route. So this one is switch 200. Trace route 8.8.8.8. Now this one should be going out a different way. This should be going out this OpenSense firewall, because there is a route directly out. So this is taking 3.1, which is right here. And there you can see 7010. So this takes a totally different route because it's being routed out this OpenSense firewall rather than going over to this core switch and then out. So that's what we did. And if we look here, show run, include route, you can see we have a static route right here. And we also have another static route. Just take it to 7.1. So let's take out this. Yeah, let's take this out. So I'll do a config T. No IP route 3.1. So now let's see what we have in our route table. Show IP route. Do show IP route. Okay, so now we have 7.1. Let's see how that looks. Let's exit back and then do a trace route 8.8.8.8, and let's see what happens. So here you're going to see it going out 7.12. It hits here. Then it goes 10.10.255.1. So it goes all the way over to this core switch 1, and then it goes out. So this is a little bit different. So this is now traveling. This is a backup circuit. It could go either way. You can go out this circuit to the internet or this circuit to the internet. So there's some failover here. This is also a sort of failover design that could be implemented. So what we'll do is we'll add that conf t and just add that back in. Just send everything. Oh, I accidentally copied that. I did not want to do that, so I'm going to go back up here, grab this, come down, paste it in, there. Now we should be back. Okay. So the nice thing about this is really there's not any more configuration that has to be done. I don't have to create a bunch of static routes to get the traffic back in here because it's being advertised. It's all in OSPF. So now let's look at the firewall. This is the Cisco ASA, and this is the primary one. And it's the same config. I mean, this is the active firewall, so this is the one we'd be looking at. So show run include route. So the routes we have route outside 0.0 to 65.10.10.1. And we have one static route to the inside. That's the 10.10.200. Okay, so that's interesting. Do I need that? Let's check. Show route. Am I getting that from OSPF? 10.10. So I got a static there. So the static's installed. So show route OSPF. Can I just do that? Let's see if I'm getting that. Okay, so I'm not seeing that. So what I'll do is I'll try taking that out. But let me show you the config here. Show run. And what we have is this router OSPF. So this is what we had to do. So the network 10.150.254.0 area 20, and that is not necessary. Log changes, default information originate. So this is important. This had to be added to allow to inject the 0.0.0 address that we see over here. If we do a show IP route, here, this 0.0 had to be injected using this default information originate. And what I think that we can do, let me actually go on here. Let's try this out. Conft router show run begin router. There should be something there. Okay, so it's at the end. Let's go down to the end. So I want to remove that default information originate. So I'm going to go into, so this is on core switch 1, router 1, no default information originate. And I also want to do that. And let's see if that changed anything. Show IP route over here and show IP route. Okay, so this shouldn't matter for that because we're not injecting anything over to this .7 over to this switch 200. All right, so let's also do that on the other core 2. Show run. Let's just show run real quick. Okay. And do a router OSPF 1. Conft. Oops, let's spell it right. Conft router OSPF 1. No default information originate. Okay, so that's been removed. Now let's take a look. This show IP route. See what we're getting now. So we still see this. So we still see it coming over VLAN 255, the advertisement, right? That's okay. 10.150.254.11. That is on the other side. That's on core 1. 254.1 is that's on this. That's the HSRP address of 254. Show IP interface brief. Let's do that. There's the 11. Show HSRP. So if we look at group 254, we can see that active router is 10.150.224.12, which is that this router? Standby. This is core switch. Okay, local state is standby. So this is standby. And if we do a show HSRP over here, we see this is active and it's .1, config for .1. That's the config there. So show IP OSPF neighbors. Show IP OSPF. See what we got. Database. Let's take a look what we're getting for the type 5 externals. 65.10.10.4. 0. So show IP route. Let's take a look here. All right, so that stayed the same. So that was not, let's see if it stayed the same over here. Show IP route over here, and we're sending everything 10.150.254.2 to VLAN 254. It's an OSPF type 2. So it's a type 2 tag 1. So we could actually change that in the ASA. We could go router OSPF 1. And I think in the default information originate, there's some more stuff we can do. Metric type. Metric. Come on. Type. And that will allow us to do either 1 or 2. So if we want to keep some of the information, we can set it to 1. But right now, it's the default is 2. That's fine. Okay, so let's show IP OSPF here. So we want to show route. Let's just show route. So the default route that's defined, the static route out to the internet is 65.10.10.1. But what you can see is all of these 10.155, 10.150, 15, 16, 70. See, all these are advertised. So it knows if we added another subnet now, or another VLAN on the core switches, we don't have to add another route. We could, of course, just do a summary a lot of times, but say if it was different, if it was like a 192.7.0, how do I get there? I go to 210.150.224.12. That's how I would get there. If I want to do a 10.10.200. So I'm curious about that. So I think we'll wrap this one up, and then we'll just do one more video looking at some information on that last static. But this is basically how you would set up the ASA for routing with OSPF. So thank you for watching.